Hi everyone, my name is Ananda Naima González, and I am a poet and fiction writer currently residing in Harlem, New York. I carry both a BA and an MFA from Columbia University, both in creative writing, and I am currently at work on a collection of short stories. Without further ado, the espresso shot of creative inspiration that I'd love to offer you today is an exercise in asemic writing. Asemic writing is a wordless form of writing that possesses no specific semantic content. It's a hybrid art form that fuses text and image and allows for total freedom beyond literary expression or even the logic of the intellect. In essence, I'm asking you to engage in abstract art. However, it's also important to note that asemic writing is largely a meditative practice. It honors the breath of the present moment. So, I'm also asking you to unleash the cry of the subconscious and to listen and record that voice from within without fear or judgment. And listening to yourself in that way is actually a radical act of self-love. So, what does asemic writing look like? Well, I have a few examples, but please keep in mind that no two people will have the exact same asemic writing style. Much like snowflakes, we are all unique here, especially when it comes to this exercise. So here's the first example of what it could look like. And then I'll flip this over to show you another one. They're really beautiful. Here are two more, all very different in style. The top has a little bit of frantic energy, and the bottom one has some Rorschach test vibes. All right, so all you need for this exercise is a piece of paper, check, and a writing utensil, check. Could be a pen, pencil, piece of charcoal, paintbrush, whatever you have handy, that's perfectly fine. So the only rule for this exercise is that once you start writing asemically, you don't stop for at least 5 to 10 minutes. So you're just gonna go ahead and let that hand move across the page. It's like a Ouija board where your hand is guided by the spirits, except this time, your hand is guided by your own spirit. I had a teacher once who said that asemic writing was like unleashing the cry of the internal primal wound. And I like that. However you choose to identify it, your spirit, the subconscious, the internal primal wound, there is something sacred and deep from within which is communicating to you, and you are creating space to honor it by recording its voice. There we go. So you're just gonna start writing. Let that hand move and glide across the page. The longer I do this, I actually start to enter a trance-like state when I'm writing asemically. And you might even find that you like this as a pre-ritual before you start your writing for the day, because it's a good way to quiet the mind, center yourself, and to also loosen up. It's a good way to explore new patterns of thinking and new ways of creating, which I think is what we're all looking for. So the creative genius can flow through. So you do this for 5 to 10 minutes, even longer if you like. And I'll show you what I just created. Here's my asemic writing. Ta-da! Beautiful, profound. We love it. Part 2, you get another blank sheet of paper, same writing utensil. All you're going to do this time is record what you just wrote asemically, and you're going to translate it using the English language, or whatever language you like, really. You're decoding, you're interpreting what's already been written. Again, I'm going to say, don't think for this process. There's really no room for judgment or thought or self-editing, because again, you're just translating what's already been written and recorded. So you're going to start writing. Don't stop for 5 to 10 minutes. Let it all pour through. So you'll write, you'll decode, you'll translate, and that is your piece of writing. Now you can go ahead, put it away, and come back a few days later, or you can read it right after you finish writing it. And you might be surprised to find maybe a paragraph, a line, or even just a word combination that shocks you because it's so electric and fresh. And that's what we want to do. We want to surprise ourselves. Like I said, start to find new ways of processing and creating, create new neural pathways in the brain. find some time to embrace the nonsense, because you just might find a bit of new sense. Thank you guys for joining me today. Bye.